Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're rediving deep into a story that will send shivers down your spine and make you question everything you thought you knew about identity, family, and the spirits that linger long after they're gone. This isn't just a tale, it's a journey into a mystery that unfolded in the quiet compounds of Enugu, where the scent of ogiri and frying oil usually brings comfort, but sometimes hides unsettling secrets. Imagine being married for 9 years. 9 years of shared laughter, small quarrels over who forgot the water pump, and the comforting rhythm of everyday life. That's Neka's reality with Emeka. He's kind, soft-spoken, and respectful, a good husband by all accounts. But sometimes, Neka would catch him staring into space, a faraway look in his eyes, like he was remembering a dream that wasn't his own. It was a fleeting oddity, easily dismissed. Until one humid Sunday afternoon, Neka was in the kitchen helping her mother-in-law Mama Ibile prepare bitter leaf soup. The air was thick with the aroma of spices and the gentle hum of Mama Ebeli singing a Catholic hymn. Suddenly, Mama Ebeli called out, "Obina, bring me the salt from the cupboard." Neka froze. Obina? There was no Obina in the house, only Emeka. With a small, nervous laugh, Neka gently corrected her. "Mama, you mean Emeka?" Mama Ebeli's hands trembled slightly, her smile forced as her eyes darted away. "Ah, yes, my daughter. Old age is confusing me." But Neka saw past the excuse. She saw something deeper, a flicker of something unsettling. That night, Neka recounted the incident to Emeka, expecting him to laugh it off. Instead, he looked unsettled. Maybe she was remembering someone from long ago, he mumbled, a little too quickly, before turning his back to her, feigning sleep. The incident, the name, and Emeka's reaction gnawed at Neka. Who was Obina? The next few days were a blur of questions Neka couldn't voice and subtle observations. The name Obina echoed in her mind. One afternoon, pretending to clean a dusty bookshelf, Neka stumbled upon old family albums. Tucked between faded wedding photos and childhood snapshots, she found it. A picture of 2 identical boys. On the back, in Mama Ebeli's shaky handwriting, it read, "Emeka and Obina, my twins." Her heart skipped a beat. Twins? Emeka had never mentioned a twin brother. Never. Later, she confronted him, her voice trembling slightly. His response was chilling. His voice turned cold, his eyes hard. "He died when we were little. Don't ask again." The conversation was shut down, but the seed of curiosity, now mingled with a growing sense of unease, had firmly taken root. How could she not ask again? How could such a significant part of his past, of his identity, be completely erased from their 9 years together? A few weeks later, the annual village festival brought them to their hometown in Nsukka. The air was alive with music, laughter, and the flickering glow of a bonfire. As Neka watched Emeka greeting relatives, an old man, one of the village elders, approached them. He fixed his gaze on Emeka, a strange, knowing expression on his weathered face. "Ah," he said softly, almost to himself, "so the spirit still walks among us." Neka's skin prickled. "Papa, what do you mean?" she asked, her voice barely a whisper, but the man only chuckled, waving her away as if her question was a childish misunderstanding. It wasn't. That night, sleep eluded Neka. The elder's words, Mama Ebeli's slip, Emeka's evasiveness, it all swirled in her mind. She woke sometime later to find Emeka gone from their bed. A cold dread crept into her heart. She found him outside, under the moonlight, bare-chested, muttering to himself. His voice was trembling, filled with an anguish she'd never heard. "I didn't ask for this life," he said to the empty air. That was when fear truly entered Neka's heart. This wasn't just a strange dream or a suppressed memory. Something was deeply, profoundly wrong. The next morning, Neka could no longer bear the silence or the mystery. She confronted Mama Ebele, her voice firm despite the tremor in her hands. "Mama, tell me the truth. Who is my husband?" The old woman broke down, her body shaking like dry leaves. The dam had finally burst. "It was an accident," Mama Ebele whispered, tears streaming down her face. When the twins were born, Obina was strong but stubborn, always fighting with Emeka even as babies. Then fever came one night. Obina died. I went mad with grief. People said I should let him go, but how could I? I took him to the Dibia. Nika's breath caught in her throat. The Dibia, the herbalist, the traditional healer, often associated with spiritual matters. The herbalist? Mama nodded slowly, her eyes wide with a pain that spanned decades. The Dibia said there was a way to keep a part of Obina alive. He performed rites under the new moon. We buried one child and raised the other, but it wasn't so simple. The Dibia warned me that spirits can get confused, that the living one might not remember who he truly is. Mama Ebeli's voice dissolved into sobs. I thought it was Emeka who lived, but sometimes, when he looks at me, I see Obina's spirit staring back. The revelation hit Neka like a physical blow. The room spun. All the pieces clicked into place. The strange stares, the faraway look, the elder's words, Emeka's coldness. When she returned home, numb and disoriented, Emeka was in the living room, staring blankly at the wall, just as she'd seen him so many times before. Without turning, he spoke, his voice hollow. "You know now." "Who are you?" she asked, her voice barely a whisper, filled with a terrifying mix of fear and desperate understanding. He finally turned to face her, tears welling in his eyes. "I don't know," he confessed, his voice breaking. "Sometimes I dream of being buried. Other times I remember things Mama says happened to Emeka, but they feel borrowed." He pressed his palms to his temples, a raw anguish on his face. "I hear a voice calling me Obina when I'm alone. It's like I'm both of them." That night, Nika couldn't sleep. The air felt heavy, oppressive, as if the house itself was holding its breath, watching. At exactly midnight, she woke to a sound that chilled her to the bone, singing, soft, distant, and childlike. It came from the backyard. Heart pounding, she crept out, pushed open the back door, and froze. Emeka was standing by the mango tree, bathed in the flickering shadows cast by the moonlight. His voice had changed, higher, almost playful, as he sang a lullaby she'd never heard before. It was a melody both sweet and utterly terrifying. "Emeka!" she called out, her voice a desperate plea. He turned, his eyes empty, devoid of recognition, yet with a chilling smile playing on his lips. "Obina wants to come home," he said, and the voice was not Emeka's. The next day, Mama Ebeli found him unconscious by the mango tree. A small broken clay pot lay beside him, ashes scattered on the floor. A ritual disturbed, or perhaps completed. When Emeka woke, his voice was calm, clearer than ever. "I'm Emeka," he said firmly. "The other one is gone." He looked at Neka, a familiar warmth in his eyes, a recognizable kindness. A wave of relief, so powerful it almost buckled her knees, washed over Neka. The ordeal was over. The spirit, the confusion, the borrowed memories, it was all gone. Her Emeka was back. But sometimes, late at night, when Neka hears him humming softly in his sleep, a melody she knows isn't from any song they've ever shared, she swears it's that same lullaby, Obini's lullaby. And when she looks closely at his reflection in the mirror, just for a heartbeat, she could swear it smiles differently from the man she married. A smile that holds a shadow, a memory of another spirit, still lingering, just out of sight. What do you think? Is it possible for a part of someone to truly live on in another? Has Neka truly gotten her husband back? Or is a piece of Obina still subtly woven into the fabric of Emeka's being? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this story captivating, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more spine-tingling tales and thought-provoking content, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next upload. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.